welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I'm here in Ponytown once again, the town that isn't a town but is filled with ponies. Now I'm here at the Party House Island, and I'm going to be talking about some changes, some updates that we had recently. I think we've had enough updates recently to warrant an entire video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking about these last two updates we got, and apart from like server fixes, performance issues, you know, optimizing games and whatever all that network traffic usage stuff means, let's get into today's video and some of these updates that we got recently. Version 0.61.0 just came out today, and about a week ago, the previous one, 0.60.0 came out. So we have two updates that kind of came out pretty soon, close to each other. So I figured, why not talk about both of them in today's video, and maybe enlighten you guys that may haven't played in a while what these new updates are, or maybe people that have been playing but didn't notice that the update was there, or didn't care to look at the changelog or whatever. I don't know. I just like to talk about updates when they happen because I like to theorize what these updates may mean for future updates. That's right. So the first thing I want to talk about is the paths, not the paths, the grass on the outside of the island. They've changed it to where I can no longer click to create little paths or like create the little dirt or anything like that. I don't know why they did that, but they changed it to where you now have to have a shovel. So if you have a shovel, you can create little pathways, just like you could before. You used to be able to create grass art a long time ago in the main island, but then they changed it to where you can only do it on the party island, and now they're changing it again to where you can't do it unless you're holding a shovel. So it's a weird thing. I don't know what's going on with this, but my theory right now is the fact that they've changed it to be a shovel tool. I think what they're doing right now is trying to test tools working on the outside world, and what this could mean, and this is my own little theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but it could be true. And again, this is my theory, so take it with a grain of salt. Take it with whatever you want. I think the reason they changed it to where you have to have a shovel is because I think, and I truly believe, that they're trying to test tools working outside of the party house, because I think they want us to eventually be able to edit the outside of your house, edit the outside of your party island, edit the party island. I think what we're going to see soon, maybe not soon, but I think what we're going to see sooner than you think is a way to actually add terrain, remove terrain, add water, add ice, add wood on the outside of your house, outside your party house. And I think what will happen is eventually we're going to see where we're going to be able to adjust where these torches are, remove stuff like that, remove the bushes and the stumps maybe. I think eventually we're going to be able to completely customize the party island. This is something that people have been requesting for an extremely long time. Basically ever since they added the party island and the party house, people have been like, oh, I want to customize the outside too because I don't have very much space on the inside. And I agree. So I think this is a sign that this is going to happen before we know it, because I can build outside now. And you know, we already could build outside, but before we had to have, you know, we didn't have to have a shovel. If we had a shovel, we weren't going to be able to do anything. But now tools seem to work outside, so that signals to me that more and more tools are going to start working outside until eventually we're going to be able to just completely customize everything. And I think they're starting with the shovel tool, which I think is a genius way to start, the perfect start. But other than that small change, I want to talk about the next change. This change happened just today. This is a weird thing where you can now double click in any direction to change your eyes. You see my eyes here? I can look over here in the bottom right corner. I can look over here in the bottom left corner. I can look up in the top right corner. I can look right, and I can look left. Doesn't matter which direction I want to look. I can look that direction. Now to do this, you're simply just going to double click or double tap, I guess, in any direction that you want your eyes to be looking. Now, if you want to reset this back to the way it was originally, you can just use any of the reset eyes icon, any of the reset expressions icon, or just use /E and it'll reset your expressions. Any normal method of resetting your expression will change this back to normal, back to the way it was originally. Keep that in mind. But anyway, this is a small change that I think can go a long way. So this is something that I think I'm going to end up accidentally doing a lot, or just doing when I'm idle and just not thinking about what I want to do or thinking about what I'm wanting to do. I'll just end up just spamming this a bunch of times. But anyway, the rest of the updates, I'm probably going to have to go into the party house to talk about them. And before I do get into the actual party house, I want to mention something real quick. I think the doorway is changed. It's not in the changelog anywhere. But it seems like it's changed. It seems like these two little like brown boards or whatever, I don't think those used to be there, but pretty sure that's new, and they didn't tell us about it, so I don't know what's going on with that, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and go inside the party island and talk about some of the other changes. So right off the bat, you can probably notice a few things and a few other things that you're probably not going to notice. For one, something that you may not notice is they recently, quote unquote, improved the wooden floor. I don't know what that means. Your guess is as good as mine what that means. I would assume that means they changed how good it looks. I don't know. It's just an improved wooden floor. That's all it says. So I don't know what's different about it. I think there's a tiny bit of detail in there, like these tiny little like darker spots. I think that's the subtle change that they did. But other than that, nothing really changed about any of the floor tiles or anything like that, or at least what I can see from the changelog here. But we do get a new item. Now this new item is a gift box. We can now like just grab gifts here, which is great because I have a Skella Christmas OC, and I had a gift in her mouth that I wanted to leave in her mouth year round. But now that's not a thing. Now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can just come up here whenever I want and get myself a gift. You can't open these gifts, obviously, because they don't want you to be able to cheat and be able to unlock all of the plushies and toys or whatever. So you can't open these, but you can pick them up and carry the presents around. So I guess have fun with that. Next up, we have texture changes to some of the items. Starting off, we have texture changes to the small table and the large table. So for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like they actually changed the long table texture. They changed all the other tables that you can think of except the long table. Like I don't know why they left this one out, but they did when they were going through textures. To me, it almost seems like these texture changes and stuff like that is something like they brought on a new person in the team or something like that, and they were like, hey, let's see what you can do with the assets we already have. So let's see what kind of pixel art you can make, and they went ahead and changed some of the pixel art they already had, and this is what ended up happening. I want to say that's what happened, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. I'm pretty sure they just wanted to make everything look better or more realistic, because if you ask me, stuff like these crates, which also changed, this very hard to tell, but they did change subtly. Stuff like that, it seems like it's a more serious version of what they used to be, and all of the textures, including the bookshelf, the poor bookshelf, all of them seem more serious than goofy and cartoony. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they're trying to go in a more serious direction or if this is just something that accidentally happened. And this kind of goes into like what I was saying before. It seems like they got someone new on the team, because this doesn't seem like what we had before. This doesn't seem like the art style that we had before. It just seems so different. My biggest complaint about it is the bookshelf, as you probably could tell when I was saying poor bookshelf. I loved the old bookshelf texture. I don't really like the new one. I wish we had both, to be honest. I wish we just could have both bookshelves, because both of them are vastly different from one another. But RIP old bookshelf texture, hello new bookshelf texture. That kind of sucks and is not very good. I don't personally like it, but maybe you have a different opinion. Let me know in the comments if you do. If all party members go offline, that party will be preserved for a full 24 hours. So if something happens, if there is an update, for example, and you don't open Ponytown right back up, then the next day, if you open it back up, your party members will still be there. You'll still be in that party unless you leave it, or unless those people leave it. It will stay there for a full 24 hours, and I think that's a really awesome move. So we have new mains. That's right, new mains. This entire bottom row here is all new mains. So we have this main, this main, this main, this main, this main, this main, and this main. They're all pretty interesting. Yes, I did try them all on Skella, and I still like the one that I originally had on Skella. It's still a little bit more wild. I would love something that's a little bit more wild ish. And again, we have back mains to go with it, so we have all of these extra back mains and stuff like that. The new hairstyles, again, kind of reiterates the point that it seems like they added someone new, or they're testing someone new. Like maybe they're wanting to like potentially add someone new to the team or something like that, and they were like, hey, submit something or make a couple things and we'll consider putting it in the game, and we'll consider hiring you or whatever. That's what it seems like happened, because again, we have these new hairstyles and stuff like that just came out of nowhere. And again, they seem very different from what we've had so far, but very, very welcome. But there you have it. Those are some of the changes that I wanted to talk about, some of my theories for what's coming soon. I think Ponytown is going to start developing more serious-like textures, less cartoony textures like what we had before with the old bookshelf, RIP old bookshelf, and stuff like that. I think they're going to start working to make some of the textures more serious. I think we're going to be able to actually edit the outside very soon. All kinds of changes are coming. There's still a rumor. There was a rumor a while back that they're going to be adding an eating animation to the game. I haven't seen that update yet, but that's still in the works potentially. Maybe, perhaps. Who really knows? I really hope it's coming. Who really knows, though? But anyway, I think that's going to do it for the video. So please like, subscribe, share, do those wonderful things. Because when you do those wonderful things, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things. And until next time, stay wonderful.